Hey everyone, welcome to this week's show. I am your host and GM of Team Ramrod, and with me, my co-commissioner and GM of Saucier Pass, Corey.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we got enough to go through, I think.
Some
So,
big trades, at least.
there's been some trades. I don't know if anyone's paying attention, but there were some trades. So some
Surprise.
some sellers opening up here as we approach. Well, the midway, right? Because there's only 20 weeks in this season because of the Olympics. So it's a shorter season by our standard. Yeah, so
Yep.
let's get into it. Speaking of short, though, it's also a short week, guys. So pay attention to your team this
Yeah,
week.
and interesting kind of change from Yahoo to
Yeah.
limit the goalie requirement to zero. I'm kind of shocked. I thought it wouldn't be that difficult to get your three starts. Like they're four pretty condensed days of hockey.
Well,
So, but
there's a couple teams that only have one game. So
yeah, but
I made a
be
pickup
smart.
of Urson on Sunday in anticipation that I'd struggle to find my starts. But turns
Yep.
out it didn't
Did he
matter.
play? Did he
I think
play?
he's supposed to play tonight.
Because I picked Grabauer up for that same reason, and he put up 40 saves on 41 shots and a 3-1 win.
And now
So
you're benching your goalies,
I,
right? The
I was
rest of
pretty
the
happy. But well, that's a I was going to say that actually. You don't know. There's some strategy there, but I mean to just give up on wins and saves. No, I don't. I'm already beaten. I have a good margin, so might as well keep running it.
there you go.
That's how I see it.
Um, let's go to last week's results here. Daltry the Beef, 12-2 victory over Sauce Pass. So Daltry remains undefeated at 10-0-1 in first. You dropped to 3-8-0 in 15th. What happened here?
His goalies like five categories on me. Um, Pretty early on in the week, there was a substantial difference there, and never really looked back. Player wise, some categories were close, but there was it was a very far fetched chance. You need a lot of luck to really make a Sunday come back, and didn't come close. His players killed me as well. Uh, I kind of kept up to him offensively, but yeah, he puts up a lot of hits, a lot of deep stats, 119 shots, 87 hits, 62 blocks. Like those are some pretty high numbers. Shorthanded point too, 48 PIMs. So like his team does it all. 16 goals, 20 assists. Like he had a solid week all around. Then you look at the goalie stats. He had a 181, a 945 with a shutout, four wins, 156 saves. So like I don't know if anyone would have beat him this week, and I haven't even looked at anyone's stats yet. Like kind of going through, right? So I'll be taking a kind of mental note of that. He had a pretty killer week, and yeah, I voted against myself for good reason. Uh,
Speaking of
Kind
which,
of
we
looking
both went 6 for 8.
6 for 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Well, we're
pretty
adapting, I
on.
guess. But yeah, I I had a pretty solid week. A lot of players showed up. Like Nelson's pretty hot in Colorado. 2 goals, 2 assists for me. 14 shots, three power play and a game winner. Um, Logan Stanley, 14 pims with a goal, 8 shots, 8 hits. Uh, Carly was a nice pickup for me, +7 on the week. 1 goal, 3 assists, a game winner, 9 blocks as well. Verhage still running hot since I picked him up. 2 goals, 2 assists. My goalie's not so much though. A Lion, 2 wins for me on the week. He really kind of took over that Buffalo crease and that threesome they have going on. I did trade him away though, as you can see here, and then Dustin Wolf with 1 win and then one really bad start. So just not enough to compete with Daltrey's and Minnesota duo, as we'll see in a second here. Um, but Stutzel 2 goals, 6 assists, +9, a shorthanded point, 14 shots, 6 hits. Like yeah, that's a monster. 4 PIMs on top, monster week. Robertson 3 goals, 1 assist, +4, 8 PIMs. So dirty little rat this week with a power play point, 12 shots. Zadorov, 14 PIMs for him. McKinnon's 4 goals, 2 assists, but +5, two power play, game winner, 4 hits with 11 shots. And then everyone else played their part as well. Like a lot of deep stats here. You got Brant Clark, 10 blocks, 13 blocks out of Sergachev, Ferrero with 8 blocks. Like people, Logan Krause, 15 hits, Pod Colson, 15 hits, both of them with a goal as well. Like so, I think only like 4 people didn't get a PIM on his roster this week. And then you go to his goalies, and Wallstead with the worst with a 931. Decor with a 255, but 1 win. Uh, 2 wins out of Gustafsson and a shutout. 1 goals against average, 53 saves, a 964. Like, man, it was a rough one. It was a rough one. Anything you want to say there?
No, it's what we expected. Daltrey keep rolling. You guys are going in opposite directions, right? You've been selling, he's been buying. So like it was kind of it to me it was expected
Oh yeah,
that you would lose. So yeah, I'm not gonna kick you while you're down, but maybe if you had a player like Robertson on your lineup, he had a killer
that
week
would have
last week.
helped. Yeah, that would have helped. You're right. All right.
Team Ramrod, 5-6-0 in 10th place after defeating Who's Your Daddy 1-9-1 in 16th. What happened here?
Yeah, your players besides the plus minus really took control, taking 8 categories, and then splitting the goalie stats two apiece. Um, 18 goals, 4 shorthanded points, 15 power play points. No wonder guys were -9. Like all the points for the power play. 112 shots, 70 hits. Blocks were close. Game winners, you tie with two. 1 assist more. The goalie stats, not too far off, within range. A couple good games, right? But yeah, Casey selling off midweek. Some big players. So this, I don't think we're surprised here. Going through, you got Matthews with a -7 on the week, but goal and assist. McDavid showing up there. 5 goals, 5 assists, 7 power play points, a shorty, and 20 shots. Even the 3 hits, 2 blocks to go in there. Hyman, uh, 2 goals, 3 assists, 12 shots with a game winner. Who else you got here? Yeah, everyone did a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Hronik, 4 assists, shorthanded point. You got Hyman with a shorthanded point as well. Trouba with a shorty. Marchand, 2 goals, 4 assists, 10 shots, 7 hits, and a game-winning goal. Look at the goalies, Bobrovsky carrying the weight here, 2 wins, posted a 9-12. Hellebuck, not too bad in his games, but couldn't get a win in any of the starts. But 895 and a 274, just Winnipeg's slumping up front a bit. But it was enough to get through Casey here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually had some decent offense. 3 goals, 2 assists out of Granlund. Nekis has been on fire. 2 goals, 2 assists, +4. Um, Safkovsky, a goal, 2 assists. Not as much deep stats here. You got Kapanen with 11 shots, Hanifin with 11 shots, and Granlund. Uh, in his goalies, Saros doing pretty good. 2 wins on the week, 270 with a 900. Kochkov getting a start, getting a win for Carolina there. And Hildeby getting a fair amount of ice time in Toronto with all the injuries, but not a good showing this week. Not enough to make a threat for you.
I'll take the win and the points and continue to jump back into the playoff hunt here. And help you
It
out by
wasn't.
keeping Casey down.
I appreciate that. That's my only fear. I would sell so much harder if there wasn't a golden cock to avoid the bottom. But it wasn't 15-0 as Casey predicted. So
Yeah.
there's some respect on this one.
That
As
was always going to be a stretch. Come on.
yeah, yeah, not the worst week this
No.
week. I took care of that, but we both lost.
Jager Bombs 6-5-0 in sixth place, defeating the Polar Bears 5-3-3, slide down the fifth. What happened here?
Yeah, I don't think this was too close. When I was looking at it on Sunday, it seemed pretty out of range. Um, but the stats aren't too far off here for Sean. Besides goals, 15 more for Braden with 20. But Pim 7 apart, +4 difference, 2 power play, 1 game winner, 7 blocks, 13 hits. So some really close stats, but uh, 1 shutout for Sean. just one of his points, and then 21 assists and 199 saves. So a lot of rubber, but not a lot of wins. Dallas duo getting and Gibson actually getting a lot of wins for Braden right now. Three goalie stats there. Then you look at the player stats. Braden took 8 of them, so pretty easy week for him. Sean slided down the standings. Sam Bennett with a big week here. He had a 10-shot game the whole game, but 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 PIMs, a power play game winner, 20 shots, 10 hits, 4 blocks. Wyatt Johnston, 3 goals, 1 assist, +5. Werenski, 5 goals, 2 assists, 16 shots. Brian Rust, 13 shots. So a lot of people contributing offensively for him here. Kadri still running well here, 2 goals, 1 assist. Yeah, then you look at the goalies. They all had solid weeks. Ottinger to Smith, 3 wins between the two of them. And then Gibson 2 wins as well. Posted a 909, the worst of them all. But a 3 goals against average from Ottinger is the worst there. So really, really good week for his
Yeah.
goalies. Looking at Sean's team, pretty balanced offense. No one really standing out. Got four assists from Heiskanen. Not a lot of goals here for
He only
Sean
had
this
five
week.
on his team.
Exactly. Uh, Brazo 9 hits for him, 11 shots for Miller, who's out right now. Then you look at the goalies. Thompson with a shutout, um, 935 on the week. Busey still playing well at 927 in his one start. Didn't get the win though, but not enough to. Braden keeps rolling in the other direction. Imagine if he's paid attention to start the year.
I think that's too much to ask two GMs on a team and one of them pay attention from the start.
Yeah,
But good for Braden getting some points. And you know what? A big win because Sean was above him, and now he closed that gap on Sean. So 1 point difference between them now in the standings. So big win. Shifley Tower 6-5-0 in seventh after defeating Captain Crunch. Domo falling to 3-7-1 in 14th. His season's slipping away a bit here. What happened?
yeah, it was a close week. Their goalie stats were not too far off, but Derek getting 3 of them to Domo 0, 4 wins apiece, no shutouts each. Look at the players. Domo 4 game winning goals on his 9 goals. He only won by 1 there, but substantial gaps besides blocks and shots. So 1 block, Derek won by. Uh, so I mean, 2 more blocks from Domo, and that's a tie week, right?
Yeah.
And then 7 shots, 108 to 101. So there's definitely some categories that was making this interesting coming down to the wire. This would have been a sweaty one to look at on the Sunday. Pretty balanced offense here. 2 goals, 2 assists from Keller. Raymond with a goal, 3 assists. Uh, yeah, McAvoy goal, 3 assists, 3 on the power play, 12 shots, 4 hits, 5 blocks. Jarvis, I didn't know he was out. Goal, 2 assists, 1 on
Just
the power
recently.
play. Yeah. Uh, then the goalies doing well for him here. Allmark, 2 wins, the 911. Vladar and Philly, uh, putting up 21 saves on 22 shots in his 1 game. And Swayman even getting a win. Going over to Domo's team, Brady Kachuk's, what a week. 5 goals, 1 assist, +4. No PIMs though. 2 game winners, 23 shots, 12 hits, 3 blocks. Uh, yeah, Lindholm with 14 PIMs. That makes up for it there. You got Ryan O'Reilly, 6 assists in Nashville this week. Who else we got? Will Kyle, 2 assists, 15 hits though, 5 shots, 2 on the power play. Kempe, 2 goals, six PIMs on the week, five shots, 6 hits, and a game winner. Carlson kind of slowing down here day to day, 1 assist only on the week. Then you look at the goalies and Yari, who's on the IR now, but getting 2 wins for him. And then
Not great
yeah,
stats though.
Noonan, no, not at all. 884 and a 312. But he did get 2 starts out of a Noonan and Luckinen. A win apiece, only letting in 1 goal each, but just not enough to catch up on those goalie stats with Skinner and Schmid. pulling the weight down there. But
Yeah, all
making a
right.
competitive race at the bottom of the standings. That's what I like to see.
Well, it's good win for Derek. Get back into the win column here and keep advancing in the standings. And he made some moves that we'll talk about after. He went shopping, so
With
he's been
Derek, he doesn't shop.
occasionally he does. I think it's because he's out in
Apparently.
football. So
Oh, slight
forgot
chirp there.
forgot about Dre. 4, 5, and 2, and 12, defeating Patches O'Hooligan, 7-4 and 3rd. What happened here?
Yeah, big win here for a team way ahead in the standings. Uh, Goalie wise, Patch has taken three to Nick's two. Nick's goalie's getting 4 wins and 201 saves, so a lot of work, but didn't play as well as the other, but compared to recent weeks. But his players were able to offset. Uh, he only did beat him by 1 goal,
Wow, 1 goal, one
six
assist
shots,
difference.
3 blocks. Yeah, and then Nick also 1 assist and
Yeah.
1 hit more. So that this would have been a crazy week. Coming down on Sunday as well. I really wasn't paying attention. So, but if we look at who did well on Nick's team here, you got Dreisaitl with 9 assists, 8 PIMs, 6 power play points, 15 shots. Um, Nishushkin 5 assists. We got Wilson 14 shots, 13 hits on the week, 2 assists to go with it. Jackson Lecole, he just picked up 2 goals, 1 assist. Shorty, 10 shots, 2 hits, 4 blocks. Norris with two goals as well. Ahu, he just picked up 4 goals, 1 assist, a game winner. Zegras, he just picked up 2 goals, 1 assist. Sherwood with a killer week, putting up 3 goals in the one game, um, getting a game winner, 13 hits and 7 shots to go with it. Looking at the goalies who did well, you got Blackwood 2 wins on the week in Colorado. Pretty much auto wins, right? 940 and a 200. Vasilevsky with one really good game, but one was not so much. Getting 1 win on him. Picked up Cooley for a nice weekend win at start as well. Carter Hart, no wins, but decent numbers, a 907 with 49 saves and a 244. Enough to get through Nick here. He had Rupe Hintz, 2 goals, 2 assists. Rantanen, a goal, 6 assists, plus five, 2 power play points, 5 shots. Jeannot, 7 PIMs, 14 hits on the week. Good is 15 hits. Uh, Radish keeping it going, 11 shots, 4 hits, and a block with his 1 assist. Forsberg, Nashville, 5 goals on the week. 15 shots with the game winner. Kyle Connor picking it up a bit, 2 goals, 1 assist, 13 shots. And then you got the trio of Montreal goalies, LA and Montreal goalies here. Uh, 2 wins here. Fowler still looking really good. 941 with a shutout on the week. 152. Dobes in his start also did well. The 192 and a 913. Montreal's been struggling in net, so it's nice to see for him there. Then Kemper out, but picked up Forsberg, who stepped in pretty well with a win on the week, 57 saves and a 934, 204. So some really good numbers, just not enough to put a dent in Nick's winning streak here. Nick's
Well,
Osea, that
again,
is.
another big win for a team that's in the mix of it, right? So Nick keeping pace. Patch is losing a little bit of ground, but he's still, I think, pretty safe up there right now in 3rd. He can afford the loss. We'll see how he bounces back. Tage against the machine, 5, 5, and 1 in 8th. Jump into a playoff spot after taking down Team Rocket 5, 6, and 0 in 11th. Kyle, who was holding on to that playoff spot. So this was a big matchup. What happened here?
Yeah, it was. Mark's offense carrying the load again, um, just like Lynn. 16
Just
goals,
carries many.
22 assists, exactly. 2 shorties apiece. 4 game winners for Mark, though. The goalie stats were pretty close. Two
Oh my
wins
God, yeah.
apiece. Only won by .001 save percentage and .16 goals against average. 28 less saves, though, than Kyle's. Kyle's 3 points coming from saves, hits, and power play points. But a -21 on the week. Not a That's a big difference there. Not the biggest we've seen, but looking at Mark's forwards who did well. Boldy with 4 goals, 2 assists. Stamkos picking it back up still, 2 goals, 3 assists. Thompson, Shistrin, 2 goals apiece. 19 shots for Chitrin, three hits, 5 blocks. Celebrini's on fire this week. 2 goals, 5 assists, the game winner in a power play, 16 shots. Ekblad with a solid week, 3 assists, and a shorthanded point. Looking at the goalies, Bennington with a 935, carrying the load this week. Um, Everyone will criticize him that it's bad goalies, but obviously he has off games once in a while.
I don't remember
Uh,
who they were playing, but that was like a 1-0 loss, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it was a
Pardon
one.
me?
It was like a 1-0 loss that game, or maybe two, I guess, because
Yeah,
they
it
won
must have been
92.
two. Yeah,
Yeah,
2-1 or
it
something.
was close. Like,
Yeah, maybe in overtime. Looking at the goals against average. Uh, Greaves with a win, Wool with a win, some decent amount of saves. Looking at Kyle's team, who did well. You got Reinhardt, 4 goals, 1 assist. The new just still running hot, 3 goals, 2 assists, 3 power play, a shorthanded a point, 10 shots, 4 hits. Ovi, -6 on the week, no points. 11 shots and 8 hits, though. Got Coleman with a goal, 2 assists, Darlene as well, Carlson as well. Uh, so some offense coming through. Carlson with a -7, though. Nylander with a -7. So some big players putting up some minuses there, not helping him. Uh, Looking at his goalies, New Jersey did really well for him this week, putting up his only wins. About a 960 save percentage, 125 goals against average between the two. You got Skinner in Pittsburgh not looking any better for him right now. 810 and a 425, and Picard in Edmonton still hurting him there. Edmonton's still doing him dirty with a 416 and an 889. Not enough to get a win. Big win for Mark.
yeah, huge win, right? Jumping in that last playoff spot right now. Like I said, we're a little over halfway now, so it's gonna be a race to the finish here, and it's tight in that middle. The farm team became sellers this week, 2-5-4 and 13th. After losing to Dan, 7-3-1 in second place. The farm team throwing in the towel, dropping a lot this week, or the last few weeks. So, what happened here?
Yeah, Dan's offense taking a 10-0 sweep, and then getting saves and putting up solid goalie numbers too. 4 wins, a 279, 903, but Kyle did have 4 wins, a 172 and a 936 with a shutout. So all his points coming from his goalies and clean slate up front player wise. You got Geeky, 3 goals, 1 assist on the week. Trennan, 3 assists, +5, 24 hits. Two guys looking good that are no longer on his roster. Marner, goal, 3 assists. Lindell, 5 assists on the week. That's about it. Pretty quiet week. Demko coming back really hot from injury. Obviously, we know as Hughes trade, they've been doing really well. So 3 wins between each other. Demko only allowing 1 goal against in the 2 games he played with a 978 and 0.5 goals against average. Wedgwood is still doing well too in Colorado for his split starts with his 1 win on his 20 saves on 22 shots. Going to Dan's team offensively, a lot of goals here. Barzell, a goal, 3 assists. Svechnikov doing well, a goal, 4 assists, 6 PIMs, 7 shots, 11 hits. Trocheck, goal and an assist, 13 shots, 12 hits. DeBrincat, 2 goals and an assist, 19 shots. Makar, goal, 4 assists. Sider, 2 goals, 3 assists. Game winner as well, 11 blocks. Uh, Cousin, goal, 2 assists, 12 PIMs, 11 shots, 15 hits. A lot of players putting up offense for him. Then you go to the goalies, and
We're all around the
all are,
same.
yeah, all around the same. Really floating around 289 goals against and a 904 save percentage. 3 wins between Shesterkin and Talbot. Um, but yeah, enough to get through the farm team. Punched a hole in the season. making him a seller.
Yeah, yeah, which is good. I want all those teams below me to start selling and teams start dropping out now.
Well, it might be auto wins for those higher teams, though. You probably want us to try to be a bit more competitive.
I'm playing a lot of them in the next few weeks, so
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, fair. That's a different outlook. Yep, that's an auto win for you too.
House of Kirill, 6-4-1 in fourth, continuing his role, defeating TVT is getting upset, 4-4-3 in ninth. So upset that he started selling. Well, I guess
Yeah,
at
I
a
don't know.
higher volume.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not too far off. Only 6 goals on the week. Not the worst. Not the worst on the week. Uh,
Nope.
but the guy who got 5 goals isn't even declaring selling. So um, there's some hope there. But Neil's player is really being the difference here, taking what do you got 7 categories. Then Travis getting 5 wins to his one with a shutout and 182 saves. So a lot of goalie starts, but less quality. So Neil even taking goals against the save percentage. Um, 50 PIMs for Neil, a pretty good week. Only 2 power play points difference, 4 game winners, 139 shots to 85. You got 11 hits difference for Neil, 9 blocks more for Travis. So some close categories and 9-5 win, but doesn't seem like this would have been too close coming down to the wire though. I think Neil felt pretty confident. Looking at
Yeah, I
his
think he
team,
was selling his eye drops on Sunday, so
there you go. Looking at his team, a lot of balanced offense. Kaprizov 2 goals, 3 assists, leading the way, but uh, Pasternak, Genther, Panarin, Raquel, Eric Zanek, all with 3 points. Folk as well, Manson, Konechny, uh, and a lot of people doing the depth stats too for him. He had 15 shots out of Kaprizov, Gauthier 12 shots, 13 for Pasternak, 21 for Panarin. No hits though. 19 shots, 9 hits for Raquel. That was a nice addition for him. -5 though, but 2 power play points for his 3. Then yeah, it looks like he was sitting his goalies come Sunday. Um, they're all benched right now. You got Veg with his only win on the week, putting up a 940. Rittich a 938. But Quick and Sorokin not with great starts, but didn't need him to take down Travis. Hurdle, a goal, 4 assists, 15 shots, 4 hits, 3 power play points. He's on the block, guys. Come and get him. You got Feeney, a goal, 2 assists. Demidov, goal, 2 assists. Hudson, 4 assists. Who's now gone. Anderson's still doing well, three assists. Braden Point, goal, 2 assists, 8 shots. Uh, got Benoit, 10 hits on the week. McCabe, 11 blocks with his 2 assists. Quietly having a solid season, actually, McCabe. Then you look at the goalies, 4 different goalies all getting at least a win. Um, Dostal with an 853, not too good. Then you got Hofer leading the way with a shutout on the week and 2 wins, 2 goals against average, 72 saves. Uh, just not enough to take down Neil.
yeah,
Only in ninth place
big win
too.
for Neil, putting Travis down a little bit. Well, way down apparently because he's only at ninth and he's selling. Um, he has zero confidence in what his team can do, so I guess he's just, I'm gonna go for draft picks again. The old Travis default.
Yep. You'll hear all about it. And let's get to those trades. Or I guess we can go to standings
Let's go to
first, right?
standings first. We're at the 8 minute mark for this part.
All right.
So,
We'll break off after this one then.
let's take a look at the standings here. Some movement, of course. So at the top, no movement there, except Daltrey continuing to rise here. 10-0-1, 21 points in first place. You got Dan in second place here with 15 points, 7-3-1. And you got Patches right on his heel here, 7-4-0, with
Thought it was a
14.
jump there then, right? Because Patches lost, so Dan's jumped over him this week.
Yes. Yeah, so Dan jumped into second. Um, House of Kirill here, and Polar Bears both sitting with 13 points. Neil with a 6-4-1 record, Polar Bears with a 5-3-3 record. Jager Bombs and Shifley Tower here, both at a 6-5 record, in sixth and seventh with 12 points. Right on their heels, you have Tage and TVT, who traded first round draft picks at the start of the year, for the record, uh, to see who's gonna have more value. They're that confident. 5-5-1 for Mark, and 4-4-3 for Travis. Right behind them, you have Team Ramrod, Team Rocket, and forgot about Dre, all at 10 points. Me and Kyle with a 5-6 record, and Dre with a 4-5-2. The farm team, who's a declared seller, had a 2-5-4 record with 8 points. So he's 3 points out. Decide, hey, it's too far for me at this point. Domo will never give up hope. 3-7-1 and 7 points. You know, it's not going his way, I imagine. Sauce Pass, sitting with 6 points near the bottoms at 3-8-0, looking to pick up a win or two to make himself safe from the Caucasaurus.
Oh yeah.
Um, Who's your daddy? 1-9-1, 3 points. The only one here who has never made the playoffs. Um,
Just to throw the salt in over there.
his franchise made it
Yeah,
back
just
in the
not him
day. So
back in the day. The expansion era though, no.
no, I don't even think they made it when whoever took over, because this was Joel's team originally, I believe. This team
Oh.
has been through a lot.
Should change your name to Lynn.
Well, hopefully Casey can turn it around at some point. He's set himself up with some nice draft picks. So
Yeah, I don't think it was a failure to try to compete this year. It just he wasn't getting the wins. But he was active. He was trying. There were some close ones. Just it's been
yeah,
a bad slide.
you know what? The league's so close these days that that's what happens, right? Like you get into a slump and you lose a bunch, and then you're like,
Yep.
can I make it, or is it smart to try and make it?
Yeah.
You gotta make tough decisions at some point, right? So you've seen the sellers come out now, which is a good time because you want to get your stuff out there while there's still good picks to move around
Yeah.
if
And
you're
we'll,
gonna sell.
we'll take a look at that in a second when we come back, and after we look at the trades, kind of see who are the teams in the standings with the picks even left that you're gonna want, right? But some
But
big
with
trades.
with the farm team calling it quits at 8 points here, I'm gonna say the teams to watch start at 12 with 10 points, who are only 2 points out, right?
Yeah,
Or
you're
one,
1 point
one
out,
point out.
really, technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And like I know I've sold some pieces this year, but I'm not going to just sell to sell. Like I'm still not out of it, right? Go on a winning streak here, and you don't need too hot of a winning streak to be back in it, right? So
depending on
I'm
who
kind of
loses, right?
yeah,
So,
exactly. That's a big factor as well. But it's so close that there's going to be somebody out of these 10 teams losing,
oh
right?
yeah.
So, but no, that's what you like to see, and it's been awesome the last few seasons, coming down to the last week of the season, and like 3, 4 teams don't even know if they're in the playoffs yet. So it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Not on this side of it, but it's a lot more fun on the other side of it.
But it's also nice that it's not the same teams right now
Yeah, it's a big.
that are just sitting at the top. It's like different teams. It shows you that how far the league's come since we started, right? So
Yep, we're all improving.
yeah,
Maybe not Travis, but the rest of us.
he's staying in place. All right. Well, we have like 3 minutes, so let's call it for
Part
part
one.
one, and we'll be back for part two, boys.